In this video, we're going to look at leveraging offline media for lead generation. Despite the proliferation of the internet and smartphones, offline media can still be an extremely powerful lead generation channel. Strategically placing a URL somewhere within a letter, billboard, or so on gives us the ability to collect leads automatically. In this video, we're going to take a look at creating a form, triggering follow-up, and then generating a shortened link and QR code for physical media. Now, strategy is all based on context. So in this video, let's pretend that we're going to be generating leads for a charity using a flyer that's already been designed. So they already have the flyer generated, and we're going to give them a lead mechanism. We're going to start by dragging out a new web form, and then a follow-up sequence. Now remember, this is all about context here. In this case, we're generating a lead. This could be potentially delivering a lead magnet or anything else. The strategy is what we're going to focus on here. So we're going to look at the web form. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording while I build out this content and see you in a second. Okay, we're back. Again, we've got a nice lean form here. For context, on the flyer, there'll be a little area that says get involved or something to that effect. So for this charity, Keep Children Rockin', someone will come from the flyer, land here, they'll know they're in the right spot because they're seeing the same logo as what they see on the flyer. And the messaging is similar. If they're here, they want to talk to us. So we're collecting basic contact information, and then we've also got a custom text area field for comments. Now in this case, our call to action is a direct call me, because again, from the context of what we're doing here, going from offline to online, we're saying get involved. So in this case, call me. Again, if this were some other kind of print ad or a flyer, this could be possibly offering a lead magnet or requesting some kind of appointment. And on the thank you page here, we're simply confirming and setting the expectations for the action that they just took. At this point, we can mark the form as ready. And in the new flyer lead sequence, remember the context of this offline to online is a charity with the lead. So we're going to create a task. This could possibly be an email delivering something. It could be something else entirely, a fulfillment report to ship something. Again, it's about the context. In this case, it's a flyer lead to online. So we're going to create a task in this case to follow up with this person. Setting up the task, we're going to want to indicate this is a call. Give some context in the title here. And then we want to give the user clear instructions on what they need to do. Call first name, last name, at phone number. We could also include other context around which flyer they may be responding to, if there's a particular promotion or something that's being discussed there. Operationally, this will ensure that nobody slips through the cracks. We need to make sure we're assigning a backup owner, giving the task a priority, and now we can mark the task as complete. we can also now mark the sequence as complete. Remember, this is a lean approach. We could include an email that confirms and says, hey, we got your information. And if we're going from offline media to online, that's probably a good idea. At this point, we can publish the campaign and begin putting leads into it. Now, since we're going from offline to online, the magic is getting people to this web form very easily here. So once the campaign is published, you'll go back into the web form. You'll go to the code tab over here, and you'll grab this hosted URL. Using this hosted URL, you would obviously never print that on a physical flyer. So you're going to want to use a link shortening service. For example, something like bit.ly. If you've ever seen a link bit.ly/ and only a couple of letters or numbers, that's a shortened link. You can shorten the link and put that on the physical media that's being printed. The other thing you can do is use the URL for the form and generate a QR code. If you search for QR code generator, you'll get a lot of options. For example, here, all you do is put in the URL and you can create a QR code. Now you can put this onto the physical media, put the shortened URL underneath it in case people don't have a QR code reader or they simply don't know what it is. And you now have a channel to take people from an offline media into an online lead in your system. Because now when people see the flyer and are intrigued, having a short and simple URL makes it easy for them to take action. Driving them directly to an opt-in ensures hot leads can bubble up quickly. A couple other things to consider. For a better mobile experience, set this form width to 350 pixels. And remember, you can always add other things in here to streamline the follow-up. There's many other things that may need to happen with the new lead, such as tagging, sending a welcome email, or even starting another campaign. Now, since we're switching messaging channels from offline to online, we need to make sure the branding on the form matches the branding on the offline media. Interested leads should never have any doubt they are on the right web page. We can extend the form into a multi-step form for further segmentation and data collection. For example, if we are a home service business, we can ask for someone's address on the thank you page of the initial opt-in to help with scheduling appointments. And in general, a thank you page should never be a dead end. Drive your new leads back to your website, to a social channel, or even to call you immediately. However, make sure that wherever we're sending them is mobile friendly. The form's messaging here should match the call to action on the offline media as much as possible. Even if there's a main call to action on the offline media, this idea can work well as a secondary response mechanism for those that are not quite ready. Remember, for added mobile friendliness, you can add a QR code and then place that on the offline media near the shortened URL. Now, to track the ROI of things like flyers and posters, you can pass through the lead source into a hidden field in the form's URL before shortening it. In this case, we need to make sure that we have a hidden lead source field. Now, when we go to a URL, we can append inf field lead source equals and then whatever the lead source ID is. this link can be shortened as well. So now, when somebody goes through this URL, either via the shortened version or a QR code, the hidden lead source field will go ahead and take that parameter in. And specifically, it's lead source ID. I misspoke. Now, what if you've already got some offline media that's already printed? Well, if you're still interested in using this idea, you can get serious about your lead generation and print out white label stickers with the shortened URL and place them on the media. Sure, it's not going to be pretty, but it will provide additional lead generation possibilities. Now, for a similar model to help you get started that uses a physical letter, download the Attract Traffic Using Direct Mail campaign from the Infusionsoft Marketplace. In the next video, we're going to look at building an inbound phone call lead capture.